What's good, fam? How y'all doing today? I'm here again with the crusty, dusty IS300, and this video right here is basically an update, like a 3-4 month update of how the car is currently is. If you've been following the build series, I bought this car a few months ago, and it was not running. It was in a lot worse condition than it is right now. Rebuilt the motor, put another 2JZ in, got it running, and now I'm about to tell you guys what's the pros and cons of my car at its current state and what's my plan for it in the future. And now I'm gonna try to make this video really short, so we're gonna get to it right now. Let's do it. All right, a little blown out, but at least you can see my face. So I'm gonna give y'all a little summary of the timeline because some of you might be a little confused of the video that's been coming out. I got this car basically the end of February, let's say beginning of March, not running. The condition how it was, I got it here and I started working on it a little bit. Now, yeah, I did a little small stuff in March, so I, cleaning here and there, and then until I had a chance to figure out what's wrong with the motor. So around, let's say April, that's when I kind of like finalized, okay, this current motor is donezo. Let me go find another motor and all that stuff. Now the big thing is I don't know how to do basically a whole motor swap and all that jazz. It's my first rodeo, so it was gonna take me a little bit. Basically from April to March, that's when took me about a month, let's say a month and a half to do the whole swap and learn how to do everything and got everything running. So around, let's say mid-May, that's when the car was actually like running and driving. So that's the time frame. And of course, life and work get so busy, then I didn't have a chance to like kind of post a video like current time, so that's why I post later. Yeah, and then from March till now, which is at this current day of the recording, is September, give or take, let's say 3 months of just kind of driving. And I wish I can lie to you guys, but I've always been trying to be transparent. I have not been able to drive this car a lot at all because I've been away out of town for work like a long time, so I've been just driving here and there, and then of course seeing some of the issue, and I already fixed some of the stuff already, but right now I'm going to explain to you guys what's my pros and cons at the current state of this car. So let's get to it. So first part of the video, we're just going to talk about the cons, and then we're talking to the pros, and then on the cons part we're going to talk about what I did prior, the certain issues that I did to fix it. And then we'll talk about what I don't like about the car at the moment and what I need to fix and blah blah blah. Now I want to put a big disclaimer and say that what I'm gonna say and do to this car now and in the future is for my car, for my current situation and what I want to do with this car. I understand people have opinions, I appreciate it, but some people get a little too strong opinion based, I guess, to like, oh, why you buy this and why you do that, you should have done that. I get it. The point of this car was for me to get it to show people out there like, hey, you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a fun car or a project car that you can work on. That's, of course, depending on the scenario, you can learn from that. Now it's different if I got a full bone like strip of chassis car, is different, but this, somebody can learn how to do a motor swap and fix the little there and not spend so much money on it. So that's the gist of this build series of just like, hey, you can make the car look good by a lot of TLC, elbow grease with your hand and working a lot of stuff and not paying a lot of other people to work on it, and spending parts where of course we'll spend the extra money and save up for certain things that is worth it in the long run. And then there's certain things like, hey, this will be plenty good enough to do and buy instead of overspending. So yeah, of course, the main problem before was a motor swap wasn't working. Got it running, everything had really honestly no really issue. So fast forward, I guess, a couple weeks, I realized that even during that day, I realized we were having kind of a rough idle issue, a OEM, maths in there because they had an aftermarket math, let it run, and that was the issue as of right now. Second thing is I have a kind of leak where the steering rack is. It's basically power steering problem. It could be the pump. but I'm pretty sure that it's the steering rack, the rack and pinion, because both boot is ripped up and you can see fluids coming out of it leaking. Pretty sure that's that. So that's gonna be fixed. So we're gonna start from the exterior part and then go into the interior about the cons, and I'm gonna try to go through it as fast as I can because I hate making these videos so long. So first off, the obvious thing is the front area. Hood could be a lot worse condition, but it's still kind of bad condition. A bunch of rock chips here and there. I hope you can see all that. Bunch of little spots for clear coat coming off. Literally kind of like all over the hood. Now there's really no dents and stuff on it, but it's just the surface thing. So I don't know if I find like a hood locally that's a lot better condition than this for a decent price, I might just do that, or I'll, you know, for the purpose of this video, I'll kind of fix it up, sand it down and stuff, because the overall this car will get wrapped. I mean, that's an obvious thing. So I don't need it to be perfect, I just need it to be smooth and stuff like that. Of course, fender could be a lot worse. So some ding here and then some bent there, paint crack, but that's normal. Bumper, it's probably the worst part of the front end. It's seen better days. Brackets is, you know, all that. I got a big chunk missing here. And fenders on this side too, you know, big. That it needs a lot of love. I don't know the plan for this yet. Of course, all the aftermarket or OEM bumpers are pretty expensive, like, you know, the Neo OEM bumpers. I'll mention multiple times in this video that this car is meant to be like, not throw money at it, and for people who don't have a lot of money but still wants a nice car and work on all this stuff, you know, what you can do, the workaround of just like kind of be happy with it, not, you know. So I might work on it. I think like one of the OEM style lip that goes all the way up here covers like this much, so I think that lip will look a lot better on there, and it will cover that holes over there. So we'll make it work. I don't know the plan yet, but it's not priority as of like cosmetic wise. Headlights can be sand down, you know, polish looking good. Overall, the exterior of the car is not too bad. I mean, it is an older car like this there and there, but it's like doable. The other big part is the roof. Same thing, clear coats coming off in spots. The worst part is here. So it definitely needs some love, but most of this stuff is fixable. Dings, you know, 20-some-year-old car. The trim here. Now the bigger problem is the rear. It doesn't look like it, but the short story is not confirmed, but confirmed when I took a bunch of stuff apart, is that this car was rear-ended. So they replaced, like, I guess the brace of the bottom part, cut it off and put another from another car on. I don't know, a long time ago I guess, but basically some of the edges is rusting and all that stuff. It is what it is. This trunk is not from this car, different VIN. That's how I kind of find that out. I guess from the accident, not, of course, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure from the accident, the alignment of the tail lights are off. It's like off, you know, big gaps, doable. So I got to figure out a way to fix it here too. Of course, the alignment of the trunk, not exactly, you know, best. Gaps over here too. And then I have bumper and it not being flush. And then that's kind of like the structure wise of look. And the other big thing is I had a major leak where it would rain and the puddle on the side would just like fill up really fast. Now, I didn't record it because I was just wanting to get it done. I actually went in and actually put sealant at the very bottom of areas where I thought it was a leak. It definitely worked a lot. Like, I mean, at least 90%, a lot better than before. There's still a tiny, small leak somewhere. Like, I mean, tiny enough that like I get a little bit of water, so whenever I have time, I can go back and seal some more on the edges, and then I think it should be good. But that this car was in it and replaced, which is, it's okay for the price I paid for the car. It is what it is. Some of you might say you should have done your homework. I mean, being honest with you guys, the reason I'm pretty chill with how it is the car, I paid $1,000 for it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I'm not planning on selling. This is the cars where I'm probably just gonna drive into to the ground. If it's whatever, I'll rebuild the motor to crazier horsepower. You know. But I paid $1,000 for this car, so I didn't really care too much. You know, unless it was like pretty dented. Like, I mean, looks wise, you wouldn't even tell until I told you about whatever it is. So dent here and there, but overall the car condition is a lot better than, exterior wise, a lot better than most of the cars out there for sale. I paid $1,000 for this. Another big thing is the wheels. The wheels that came with the OEM, they're all basically shot. Tires were really bad. One of them for sure is bent, so I'm just gonna find a replacement. My plan is to just put my 3IS stocks on there and run it, but right now it's just I need it for the 3IS too. It's a long story. Suspension and brakes. Brakes, rotors and pads are pretty rusted, and I'm pretty sure it's just because it's been sitting, surface rust. I took a brush wheel to some of them, and it was coming off easily, so I think that's doable. But the brake fluid definitely needs flush. It's brown, ugly, nasty, and you can feel when you're driving. It's very squishy. Since it's a 20-some-year-old car, suspension needs to be refreshed or replaced. I mean, ball joint bushing. I mean, I went in there, it's all crusty and all that stuff. That's getting fixed. Half the parts already, so that would be probably in the next 2 videos. I'll be honest, realistically, there's not much con in the interior. I mean, it's an older car, 20-some years old, wear interior, so I'm not tripping about it too much. But we'll get to it right now. Door card, you know, door panels overall, they're pretty similar. Honestly, a lot better condition than I thought it would be. This suede material that comes from then, I will probably replace it and wrap it with another suede material or update it whenever I get to that point. It's not priority right now, but everything works wise for all the door panels, speakers, blah blah blah. We're just gonna wrap whenever you get a chance, take this off and then wrap it with another leather, and it should be good. I'm just gonna keep it. I don't want to upgrade to the 2IS steering wheel. I like the way it's just simple. So of course, you can see the last video, seats been cleaned, but it definitely needs, you know, it could be replaced, but it's doable right now. So work, radio, everything, CD, power, everything works. Got AC to fix. Thank God. Texas heat is crazy. The only cons I have right now is rear mirror. It's of course crusty, easy fix. This little bracket fell out from the compartment. Don't know what it is. I'm assuming that's part of the AC or actuator. It's been making noise since then. A little ticking here and there. Other than that, this here, I think it's my tilt or I think it's the tilt. Doesn't work. I'll figure that out. I have not cleaned the headliner part. Rear seat, same thing. There's really not much cons. Fixed the third brake light back there. It was giving me issue. Previous owner did something. They put a pipe or whatever back there. It burnt, but fixed that. It's fine. It's cool. I mean, I just have, you know, all that. This is going to be replaced soon with a part that you guys might know. I got it from Japan. That will be the upcoming video, but I can't, you know, you guys, give y'all a little, you know, sneak peek of what, you know, there. But not much to say. Everything works. Dash works. The only check engine light I have on right now is the exhaust, which is right down to the header right there. That area, it's leaking. So the check engine light's coming on for O2, a bunch of stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's that because I saw it literally visually leaking. So once I fix that, hopefully all the check engine light will be gone. That's only it. Everything works. Main thing is the steering wheel, and yeah, that's it. With the pros. So the pros is the way it feels. So when I was in the market of kind of getting this car, a lot of people who have it or drove it before told me that it's like a really fun car to drive. And after kind of driving this for a bit with the crappy suspension, I understand. I'm starting to see it. It's like you feel more of the road. Like everything is just like kind of like a more of a driver's car-ish. Like it's not more assist. You know, the 3RS has a lot of assist stuff. But this car, I mean, you really kind of feel it. So I can't imagine when I upgrade the suspension to make it like a little bit more better, a lot better. But like I can feel it when you're going fast, which you're not really going fast, like you're just gunning it, but it feels like you're going fast, but you're actually going pretty slow. You guys know this car, it's not that fast. It's pretty slow. Second thing is, you know, the old school vibe, but inside, like it's basic. It's nothing too fancy. I love the knob stuff, the old school radio. It gives me back to, you know, when, I mean, honestly, this car was an 01. I personally came here to the US in 02, so it's literally like a great story of like how long I've been here in the US. I mean, I'm trying my best to not mess with the radio wise and leave it how it is. As you know, I love my CarPlay, so we're gonna figure out the situation there. There's an OEM nav module retro thing that people do. I might go that route. So another pro is interior wise, I love that there's not much wrong with the interior. I mean, it's clean in my, you know, of stuff. So I just basically just need to upgrade the LEDs on the cluster and the gauges on and stuff, but overall it's fine. I mean, I don't have a lot of pros in this whatever because I haven't really spent a lot of time for it. Let's end it right now. Thank you so much. I hope you understand at the current state of, we'll say a 4 month update of the current car. I appreciate all of you who watch my videos, the build series, of getting it to this far and make all the comments. It really do means a lot because I'm just somebody who's just trying to learn. So this is the reason why I'm doing this build series. This for people out there who just, you know what, let's try something new and learn more. And it's not just cars, it's just like taking a chance. It's just kind of like do something out of the comfort zone or the box. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm gonna do a review or pros and cons with my 1IS and my 3IS. I'm gonna stop now. Talk too much. I'm pretty sure when I edit this video is probably like 15 minutes long, but I'll make it short. So like always, I'm gonna say it again. You might see me say it multiple times of how much I thank you guys for watching every view, every click, every comment. You don't want to realize, like, I don't do this mainly for people to be famous or whatever. I just do it because I want other people to just kind of like follow my journey and a document of my life of what things I've done and just kind of try and do that and all that stuff. So always, thank you so much. Till next time, deuces.